And hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to another.
Oh, Scheisse.
Did you not have something muted?
Nope. Do now. I do.
Welcome to another session of Community D&D with the Shadow Crew. I am your host and dungeon master for this evening, Shadowed Mage. Um, Make sure to check out all of the Arv things, since this is Arv's channel, with those commands that Echo is putting in chat.
Oh,
And
got to do the things.
Let me think here. So, and then there's also exclamation point Icarus, exclamation point BLM for the Black Lives Matter movement, as we want to show support for that, and also exclamation point Vote Now. If you're in the United States or anywhere else that is having an election, make sure you exercise your right to vote.
Yeah. I was gonna say make sure to register to vote, but I guess that's too late now. I don't know. I'm in Europe, so I have no idea.
Canadian.
I think in some places it is too late, but
Well, wherever you are.
early voting has started in some places, and in some of those places you can still register the day of voting. So please check out your state regulations and see if you're eligible. Think about the issues and the people, and please, it matters.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, what Trisha just said. Very good, very good, very good. But now, make sure you register to vote, and then to vote, and just do it. It is the most the obligational thing to do to force the tyranny of the terrible boy outside the door and kick him to the curb, as so to say.
And so let's introduce all these lovely faces.
What are the faces? We are just all ugly mugs, are we not?
So, right below me in our webcam lineup on the stream is Rock God. Rock God, you want to introduce yourself, where people can find you around online, what you do, and who you are playing in our campaign?
Oh, let's see if I can remember all that. I am Rock God. You can find me here on every other Wednesday night and in the chat on the weekends. You can also find me on Instagram at mdrewzion. And I am playing Malik Halamarodin, a Wood Elf Ranger.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
I think that's it.
Yep. And right below Rock God is Mr. Hoodie from No Quarter TV. Same things.
All right. My name's Hoodie. I stream on No Quarter TV occasionally. I'll be back at some point. I am playing.
You're on break right now
Warlock.
for a while from streaming?
I don't know. Maybe just to the end of this week. I think 2 weeks is a long enough break.
Mm-hmm.
Going over 2 weeks pains me significantly. So we'll see how that goes. But I play a Warlock. Wait, what's that?
It pains you to not stay for 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, it does. It feels weird to not be streaming at night. It feels super weird. I play a Warlock, Celestial, Pact of the Tome, Book Nerd. Anything else? Icespire. All right. That's all the qualifiers. Esel Mowgli is his name. That's the last part of it.
Celestial.
Yeah, he got that.
Okay, good.
An Asamar, Celestial, Patron, Pact of the Tome, Warlock.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah. It's so many qualifiers.
Yeah.
Man.
And below Hoodie in our webcam lineup is Echo Alpha _ X5. Would you please introduce yourself, where people can find you around the internet, and who your character is, as that's probably a little more complicated now than it used to be.
Is it? I have no idea what who knows about me. I am man of many things. I might be him. This guy. Hello. Hello. Happy September to everybody. October to everybody. Hello. Yes. I will be Roderick Rohirrim, who is a human rogue. Has a complicated something right now because he is about to transform himself from a crossbowman to a longbowman, and look at his end, perhaps be more fructuous in his killings, courtesy of Malik. And beyond that, you can find me on the Twitches and all the Twitters as Echo Alpha _ X5, because it is moi. And I don't think there is anything else to say other than we have a lovely Tabaxi who is quite good at that, and I don't know, should I say workaholic? She ain't workaholic.
Sometimes it's an involuntary workaholic, but that usually applies, yes.
Well, life goes on, and we all shall sour through our difficulties and survive. Unless when you're one of my victims, because that means you're just going to be suffering through this entire month, because it is Halloween month. Yay! Happiness and joy.
Yeah, so Trish, our
Yes?
last but certainly not least, introduce yourself and where people can find your stuff on the internet and who you are playing in our campaign.
Well, happy October, everybody. I am
October? What is this nonsense?
I am Trishy M on most fora, Trishy Mats on Twitch. I podcast. The last few months, I've mostly been on SFF Audio, but I do various other things, and you can find out more about me. I'm most active on Twitter, probably at PE Matson, and I am playing Grace of the Refreshing Breeze, a Tabaxi bard who sometimes acts before she thinks. Often. But my character enjoys the combination of action, music, and magic.
Very good. All right. So,
Before we are adieu to onwards in our adventures,
yes.
I will take a moment to remind everybody of a few things. Number one is that the next weekend, not this coming weekend, but next weekend on the 20 something, I don't have a calendar here, but on the 17th there will be D&D reviewers.
Aha.
So you have possibility to partake in a D&D session with Arvin Elleron, who is our gracious channel host. And that will be at 2300 hours EDT, which is in my time. I am not going to go through this items again. That is just absolute mind-boggling. Number two, there will be an announcement regarding Icarus retail release soon by Arvin Elleron. Whenever specific that is, that don't know. Just type in exclamation mark Icarus to if you want to check it out. And the retail release is November 10th, while Grey Shade KS will possibly be sending it off at February the 2nd of 2021, which will hopefully be a better year. And I don't think so. I don't think that is anything else other than that to say the shadow is in a drift.
All right. Thank you, Echo.
Uh-huh.
All right. So,
All right.
when last we left our intrepid adventuring party, they had come back to the town of Phandalin.
Rockard, I think we have lost you.
Uh-oh. Did we?
No, you're there.
No, he's there.
No, I'm still here.
Yep.
So stern and so silent and so mysterious. Are you trying to be assassin doing so?
No, I was looking at I was trying to pick spells for our next long rest.
Oh.
I was looking at my character sheet.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm doing.
Good. Yeah, so last time on Community D&D, Dragon of Icespire Peak, the party had come back to the town of Phandalin in order to do some downtime stuff, basically in between quests. They had rescued Big Al and his cow from his ranch, Butterskull Ranch. They had gone to the Shrine of Savris. Malik managed to get his Werat lycanthropy curse cured by Isel using a spell scroll of greater restoration. After having dealt with some orcs and ogres who had been at the shrine, and then they came back to Phandalin, and then they did some shopping and stuff, and now, and they had some of the party, I believe it was Grace, Malik, and Roderick, had all stopped by the Shrine of Luck and had gotten some boons, as it were, that do not last too long. I think Grace's was, let me see if I got this correct.
Ability checks for 2 days or something like that. Or maybe 1 day.
Yeah, so it was a little bit based on both rolls and how much your offering to the shrine was. So I believe it was, Grace's was +1 to ability checks for 1 day due to your offering amount and rolls, and then both Malik and Roderick got +1 to ability checks for 2 days and +1 to saving throws for 1 day.
It sounds right.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Well, that's what I have written down. So.
Oh, good.
I hope that's right.
I shan't deny the DM, or if I shall say this, if I'm unlucky, I will blame it all on Django Lucky. Damn, that was stunning.
I feel the background music on my end is maybe just a touch loud. How is it for you guys? You hear it?
Good.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
I
come down
hear it.
just a little bit.
Did you say come down just a tad?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. There we go. I think that's probably good. Alright. So, everyone had come back to the Stonehill Inn, and Isel had made some derogatory comments about them all having gotten divine blessings. And that was basically where we left off. So, how would you like to continue from there?
What time of day is it?
It is night.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure you guys had left at basically... You had left from the shrine at Savris at dawn and traveled all the way back to Phandalin, done some shopping, and now you were basically retiring for the night. I believe that's correct.
Okay.
Yes,
Hopefully
while
there
I
is
was
room at the
unmarried.
inn here for all of us.
Of course
Yes.
it is. Bah.
I'm gonna set up shop at one of the tables, ask for slices of bread, slowly and methodically peel off all of the
Trust.
crust, and you have just kind of like a pile of just, uncrusted white bread slices, and then like a glass of water, and then just sit down with books and read for the entire night.
Oh, you're my daughter.
Well, this spooton we're just getting off to a perfect start. Lovely.
So,
Roderick is probably just, he's having some, no, they had only, what was it? Was it ale? Whatever.
Yeah.
Ale.
Toblin, the inn and tavern proprietor, only serves ale. In fact, actually, he comes over and he gives everyone another round of ale. And he says, "It's just going on the tab. Don't worry. You can pay whenever you feel like it."
I did good.
We'll all have
So
something
he-
to eat too.
All right, for sure. I believe
Yeah,
I believe our special for the week is some roast boar. Is that amenable to everyone?
Perfect.
Oh, if it was anything else, I'd say no, but I can never say no to boar.
Agreed.
Well, I'll go whip up some of that for you, and I'll be back in a few shakes of a boar's tail.
I look around at the people in the tavern or the inn. Is there anyone interesting looking? Or is it just basic
It's
merchants and stuff?
actually there isn't really anyone else really in the inn except for your party at the moment.
All right. Well, in that case, since there's no one else to consider, I'll pull out my fancy lute and do some more playing with it, making some sparkly shows and things.
Okay.
Practice, practice, practice.
So we should probably figure out what we're gonna do from here. Which way
So
you
we
want to
should.
go? We've got a couple of different things we can do, and then we've got that the vision that we all had.
Right. There is the special sword somewhere in a barrow, I believe. That
Yeah,
we need
did
to
you-
find out where it is.
Yeah, did you have, like, from your vision, did you have any idea where it could have been?
Shadowed, I don't think Grace had any strong ideas of where it would be, did she?
Not so much. She kind of got a brief kind of view as it kind of pulled out a bit of it being just kind of like in this barrow that is sorry, just a second here. Somewhere kind of north of Phandalin is basically the only idea that you really got.
It may be best to go to a larger town than this and see if we can find maps that would give us more of an idea where to search, or maps or a library, a lore master, something that would give us a better idea of where to search for this barrow.
Well, I think the only
And
large
wine.
I think the only large city around here is Neverwinter, and that's a pretty far trek from here.
Don't we have to go up to the woods of the north anyways for, I don't know, loggers or hunting lodge or something?
Yeah, there was
Something with a half brother or something. I don't know.
yeah, there was something about a camp, the loggers camp, and then I don't remember where that was though. I know it was in Neverwinter Wood. But...
Yeah.
I'll take out a couple of crumpled pieces of paper from my pocket and just put them on the counter. These are the quests. We have to go there. Maybe someone will know about a barrow nearby.
Right.
Actually, when you
So-
said that, Hoodie, I'm just imagining Isel pulling out the paper, but instead of a crumple, it's like from the Hobbit when Balin pulls out the contract, it does a down on the sides like a cross. But, the question. I just had to say it because it's Isel. It's a nerd. It's a book nerd. It's a paper nerd. So.
Yeah, but for some, when it's just like random scraps, he just takes the full piece of paper and just puts it in his pocket like a goober. So when he pulls it out, they're not great.
Oh.
He's not super great at life. He doesn't have good life skills.
You think?
So,
Well, thank you,
Continue,
Isel,
continue.
for holding on to that and reminding us of this.
Of course, it's how we get paid.
Yes.
Flip the page of my book.
so Toblin comes back bearing the plates of the roast boar and some roasted root vegetables, kind of like potatoes, turnips, that kind of stuff. And
I carefully put my loot back up, put it back in its case.
he sets them down on the table in front of you, and he says, "Did I overhear you folks talking about something about a barrow?"
Yeah, to the north. Do you know one?
Oh, you must be talking about the barrow where was it maybe several decades or maybe couple centuries ago, there was, I think it was a green dragon that was terrorizing the region. There was a couple of parties of adventurers, not unlike yourselves, some heroes, who fought the dragon, and some of them, succumbed to their injuries and
Died. They fucking died.
Yes, of course, they died. Anyways, they were all buried in a place that we call the Dragon Barrow, that's about 40 miles northwest of here.
Is it?
So, the Dragon Barrow houses a sword to defeat another dragon. Very convenient, celestial bodies. Amazing work. Flipping more pages. Just kind of muttering it into my book.
Toblin is just kind of like giving you like a questioning look.
Is that barrow? Is that anywhere near the loggers' camp?
Not quite. So the barrow is about 40 miles to the northwest, and I believe that loggers' camp that you're asking about is kind of more like 70 miles to basically just the north, maybe a little bit to the northeast, off in Neverwinter Wood. The barrow is actually not even into the woods yet.
Oh, it's not in the woods?
No.
Oh. See, I thought it might be in the woods. Maybe that's why I've never heard of it.
I want to check insight. This guy, this seems awfully pat to me that he would just happen to have this information. So, let me see. Where are we?
Grace is in inspection mode. Avert your gaze. Or she might just make you talk like Paddington.
So is this guy a straight shooter or what?
Yeah, he's being entirely truthful. In fact, he's being the proprietor of an inn in this region. He seems like he's very knowledgeable about this subject matter, mostly from people coming and going.
Well then, thank you for your helpful information, Tobin.
Well, you're welcome. Anything to be of service.
Toblin, you wouldn't happen to have like a map to get there, would you? Or maybe if we got a map, you could just put a little X on it.
Yeah, I can definitely show you about where I believe it is on a map. So the.
Can I pull out another crumpled piece of paper, being a map from my pocket?
Is it an actual map or just like a blank piece of paper?
It's a blank piece of paper, and then I'll start like trying to draw out where we kind of vaguely are.
Treasure trove, yar!
I have high enough intelligence to remember at least basic map making skills. With large X's on the map for where we got into trouble.
There's X's everywhere.
Yeah.
So,
although if you had to
places...
go through, yeah, shut up, you go.
So he kind of looks at the markings and he says, well, so if this is Neverwinter, and this is Phandalin, and this is Neverwinter Wood, and this is the river, and these are the roads, so the barrow is about a little over halfway from here to Neverwinter, and about halfway in between the High Road and Neverwinter Wood. Right about there. And so the next time that we go over to the Sword Coast map, I will have it shown on there for you. I can bring you over there.
That's good enough for me. At least we've got a general idea where it might be.
Yes, it's certainly worth looking there. And
Could
then
be.
if it doesn't work out, I suppose we can move on along to the loggers area.
Seems
And
fair
even
to
if
me.
it does work out.
Yeah, at least we can make some money that way.
Yes.
I'll take the paper and just crumple it back in my pocket.
Roderick has just been sitting and listening all along while eating some boar and drinking some poor piss ale. Disapproval as always.
What's the roast boar?
It was lovely.
Is it delicious? Is it juicy?
Perhaps I should be asking you, Grace.
Well, I'm enjoying it. It's quite good. We don't get a lot of boars in Neverwinter Wood, so, it's always nice when I actually go to a place that has one. Toblin,
Yes.
thumbs up on the boar.
Ah, thank you, sir.
Quite
I'll go back
boorish.
I am mostly sticking to the boar, although I will grudgingly chew a few small sections of roots.
Roderick will
But mostly
probably
boar.
just inspect this new bow afterwards. Because I imagine they bought a new bow before the wrap up of the stream, wrap up of the cast previously. So
Yeah, you had bought a longbow.
I actually did post a picture of it on the on our
Yep.
Discord stream in case you got.
You're taking off like the plastic packaging.
Yes, original. It was accepted. It was Boris the Boorish Boar's Big Blue Bio book.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
All the bees, all the bees, all the bugs, all the bugs. On the baha, hee-haw.
So,
Oh.
do you...
I'll reach into my pack and I'll pull out a little vial. I'll hand it to Roderick. And I'll say, that right there is bow oil. What you want to do is you want to put a little bit of that on a rag. Just wipe it down. That'll keep it nice and taut.
All right. That's all. He pops the cork for a little while, and I presume this is for the longbow, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Didn't you want me to take a look at it? Maybe. Didn't you say you want me to do something with it?
I did.
What exactly were you thinking?
Well, by closer view of it seems like an ordinary longbow. Nothing special, ordinary wood, ordinary metal. But I'm certain a wood elf of your tricks and tweaks of being a ranger, you're certain to come across a few little tricks to lay upon the bow.
I mean, yeah. My bow is nothing special. It's not really a bow. It's who wields it. You know. It's like think about Soblin, right? So Soblin made this boar, and it's really good, right? But it's not really good because he has a nice oven, right? Like, if he had a really nice, expensive oven, then it wouldn't make the boar any better. It's Toblin that makes it good because he knows how to cook it, right? It's not really the bow. It's the person using it.
I wouldn't
No, I
go
mean-
that far. It's if he has a poor oven, then no matter how smart he is, he'll have a harder time producing a good roast. And similarly, if the bow is of substandard quality, then the best archer will only be able to coax, at best, standard quality out of it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, all right. Yeah, you got a point there. But you do understand what I'm saying, right, Roderick? Like,
I do.
I can make your bow look fancy, that's what you want. But it's gonna take you practicing with it to really get good.
Of course, it will take me practice to really get. I am not 5. Even though I say I'm probably 18 still, but then nobody knows who I am anymore. But yeah. So while the conversation goes on, he does what he was told to do by our resident wood elf, and well, I'm just gonna say polishes it because I have no idea what else it is. And he gives an inspection, and I always for some reason preferred a longbow over a crossbow, so for now I will appreciate the gist of this little vial here. But to what I have in mind for the longbow, I believe we shall see once upon the battlefield, upon the next fight. Be it with an oak, be it with a dragon, be it with whoever or whatever. It is the journey that shall show me and this bow what we can do as one. And then he just backs and just enjoys the quiet solitude of good company and happy life.
Yeah, Roderick, if you give me your bow tonight, when I go up to the room, I'll take it. I'll try to I don't know, maybe I can affix some things to it to make it look a little bit more your style, you know, maybe a little bit more ruthless.
Dark and black and full of bones.
I want to see it come back with just like a spoiler on it.
Bow with ribbons. Well, Grace does not realize that Roderick is enjoying the quiet, so she is going to pull out her shawm, which is, think of an oboe, but even more penetrating and reedy. She doesn't often play it in the wilderness because it might tend to attract creatures that we didn't want to deal with. It's more of a city instrument. And so she starts practicing that. Just playing some, up and down rills and just kind of noodling around on it and refreshing her memory with the fingering and everything.
Well, Roderick didn't mind at all. Just the tavern was a quiet night, and just us around and somebody else probably chatting and talking along, having a good time. Just regular quiet tavern nights. None of it. So he doesn't mind the Grace. Besides, I believe this is the first time we have actually, our party has actually been together now since we met Grace and had a pleasant evening together in the tavern.
In the tavern, yes, I think you're right. We
So,
we spent a night in a farmhouse together, camped out in some other places, but this is the first really convivial setting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it gives a proper insights into how a person is on the more casual side than on the battlefield or camping. Because whenever new person joins the party, it's the expectations of what can happen inside the tavern is just to the sky's the limit. So
I take my mouth away from the mouthpiece long enough to agree and say, we can relax a bit here now. We don't have to keep watch. We can just enjoy a pleasant evening. And then I start playing again.
And Roderick nods, so that one then just ha 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 ha.
Catchul.
Sure. Yes. Oh dear.
And so it begins.
And I'm just gonna go out on a limb and just say this to Rudolph, who just reminded. He said, "Oh my God, a pink bow and a spoiler." And on that point, I just want to mention that quite a little story. Friend, I was at my hairdresser's last week, and one of my best friends actually goes to the same hairdresser as I do. So I walk in, I sat down, she began to do my hair, and we talked. Then she mentioned that my best friend he had get his usual soap haircut, as in soap from Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 1, 2, 3. And then she says that he has dyed his hair pink. I'm like, Nanny? Because it is a mohawk, and I imagine he has done entirety of his hair pink. So later that day, I go down to see him. It turned out it was just a little tiny strip of pink. Although the gesture was sound, because it is what we call here in Norway breast cancer month, because we have something called no one fights alone. I believe you all have heard of it. Oh, so we have sort of pink.
Pink ribbon.
Yes, thank you. That. So he did it in honor of that. So.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if Roderick had, he would have done it. Well, you know what I mean. But yeah, it's another story I wanted to share. But Roderick is gonna give his crossbow over to Malik as he asked if that he could take it in. It will be interesting to see how it shall be formed in the next few days or week. Well, next few days.
Yeah, I think I can come up with something.
It has been these two daggers, which it has been electrifying with damaging. And just passes it over to Malik, looking at it like he hopes it will make some critical damage, because he doesn't want to have wasted coins just for conversion from cross to long.
Oh, Isel. Yes. Could you do me a favor? I didn't think to sell my extra loot. I have an extra loot now because I have the special one. May I leave that in your book room while we go on our next leg, instead of having to delay and wait for me to get rid of it tomorrow morning?
Yes, as long as it's not on top of any of my books or book adjacent. Really, just in its own little section. I'm sure there's a very clear spot somewhere away from books. But yes.
Somehow I doubt it.
I'm trying to picture your book room with an empty space, but I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Well, the provisioners didn't have a lot of books. It's only about a bed's worth so far, so there's still quite a bit of space, but...
And actually, hilariously enough, one of the young boys from Barthen's Provisions actually like walks in the door as you are talking about this, carrying in 2 books. He sees you and he walks over and he drops them in front of you.
Of course it does.
I'll just take them and I'll add them to the stack I probably have next to me. Put them at the top.
Of course it did. What? Oh,
I'll spend my night reading them. Yeah.
And he just kind of stops to say, you had asked for any of the books that came in, so these are 2 more that happen to come through. One of them I think is just a recipe book, but the other one, it's sure is strange. None of us knew what to make of it. Anyway, maybe you'll have a better idea. So long! And he darts out.
I'll immediately pick up the recipe book. No, I'm gonna go for the strange book.
Okay.
Perhaps
book
Malik
delivered
would like
to-
to look at the recipe book.
I was just gonna
Yeah,
say, yeah.
I was gonna suggest that. Yeah.
So it's bound in a dark blue leather that kind of seems to it almost seems to be more like black by the spine and fades out to a dark blue towards the edges. And whoa, I'm getting where's that coming from?
I'm muted on Roll20.
Oh, where's that coming from?
Not me. I don't even have the stream up.
That's
Echo.
Anyway, and then it has like a little bit of like gold. What's the word I'm looking for? Is it like filigree work, kind of along the spine. And when you open it up, it is in, well, give me a history check, I guess.
Give you a history check?
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah. History. Oh yeah. Easel's wheelhouse.
Yeah. So
God.
it is in no language or alphabet that you have ever seen before.
But I can read all writing.
Okay.
Right, you have a spell for that as a cantrip.
It's my invocation. It's one of my invocations. I can read all written language.
So at first you just kind of like see the writing and it seems as if it's like impenetrable, but then it seems to like magically sort itself out in your mind.
Paid off. Yes. I took it and I was like, I'm gonna give up detect magic at will for this. Ugh. Paid off.
And it seems to be a coded history of powerful magic users of the area for like the last few centuries.
Sure. We're coming up to a long rest. I'm going to spend pretty much all that time trying to decode it
Okay.
in some variety. Then, do I need to give like checks and rolls, or what should I do to decode this bad boy?
No, I think you'll just be able to read it and maybe glean some things from it as you read it.
Okay.
While he's looking at the book, can I take a look at it, just like over his shoulder, to see if I can tell what language it is?
Sure. You wanna also give me a history check?
16.
Yeah, so you do not recognize the writing, but you can tell kind of from like the way that it's written that it's probably written in code.
And while Aesel has his face buried in the book, I want to try to snake the recipe book away from him.
Okay. So like are you actually trying to like steal it basically, or just like pick it up?
I mean, I'll give it back eventually, but yeah, I'm just gonna be real like slick about it and just be like right off the top of the pile of books.
So like a sleight of hand check?
I'll roll that perception check.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Isel definitely sees you take it.
Can I? So,
Even though you're
technically, I
trying
don't
to
get the
be
spell
sneaky.
until I long rest, but I really, I got to use this opportunity. I wanna cast Major Image of me standing right there, just looking at Malik and going, "Come on, man! I thought sealing my books like this, not cool."
Oh shit. Alright. Now just slide it back on top of the pile of books.
Now, if you had asked me nicely, maybe it would have been a different story. But I mean, look at me. I'm very distracted right now. How dare you?
You're
There
distracted
you
all the time.
Meanwhile, I'm very curious about this unique looking leather, so I want to do a nature check to see if I can figure out what it is.
Sure. 13.
Not so good.
It appears to be some kind of specially treated elk hide.
Never seen an elk with blue and black hide.
Well, it's been dyed.
Ah, okay.
Okay. So, you guys have a plan for what you're doing in the morning, I guess.
Need to get some provisions. Make sure our horses are in good shape. And head north. West.
Well, the horses are in the stables right now, so they've been tended to. So.
Yep.
Is there anything you want to pick up before we go up north? I mean, I have a set of armor that I'm waiting for, but I don't think that's going to be done tomorrow.
Yeah, that was gonna take a few days. At least
How
two.
long will it take?
At least two, if not 3 or 4.
Yeah, so maybe if we go up by the time we get back, it'll be ready. But I don't know
Well, if you want to wait, I don't think our quest is as pressing as that. I mean, we've certainly encountered quite a bit of rough stuff just on the roads before. So if you want to wait and feel better protected, that's fine with me.
I mean, it's just a bunch of dead people guarding a sword. It's not like they're going anywhere or the sword's going anywhere. Or they're dead. The sword's dead. I think we have time.
Let's just wait then, and Isel can read his book and decode it, and I will find ways to amuse myself, no doubt.
All right then. Well, if that's the plan, if we're going to stick around here for a little while, I'm going to retreat up to the room and take a look at Roderick's new bow here and maybe, I don't know, put spikes on it or something.
What time is it right now in
It would
Vandalen?
be about maybe 10, a little after 10 p.m.
I will most likely retreat to my room and meditate.
I'll sling Roderick's bow over my back right next to mine and walk up to the room.
Okay.
And Roderick will follow suit.
I'm going to go to my room and take a nice long night's sleep with no cares, which is something I haven't had in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading.
Although while Roderick walks up the stairs, he loses the collar, and nobody sees that he has turned back into his original form. But he has done so, and locks the door when he goes there, and just sits down like a Jafar and just meditates into this Kelno Ream.
I'll go up to the room and I will put Roderick's bow in front of me and take out my tinker tools and try to affix little spikes on the bow to make it look a little bit more menacing.
Okay.
Little metal shards that just kind of.
Okay.
Paint little skulls on it.
I'll paint little skulls on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll kill him for it. I'll kill him for doing that.
Let's see. Ooh, it's 16 in Tinker Tools.
Okay.
I mean, if you really wanted to make him mad, you could paint little yellow smiley faces on it.
Nah, you trusted me with it. I'm gonna make it cool for him.
Right, so do we need to roleplay hanging around for a few days while we wait for the armor? Or can we
I mean,
just...
imagine a time lapse of me just sitting at a table for 3 days. Boom. Roleplay. The books like diminish on one side and grow on the other, and that's it. That's the time lapse.
I realize of you reading books, I was just looking at the light bulb just going brighter and brighter and brighter till my light hair just into a sun.
Right. Grace can do some busking, you know, not really trying to earn a whole lot of money, just more getting out and seeing some people and letting them enjoy the music too.
Okay. So you're waiting for Malek's armor to be ready, and Isol is studying the book, and Grace is doing some busking.
And at some point over the next few days,
Yep.
I want to take a walk and check out this building right here. You see the one that I just pinged? That one.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Way over on the side. Because I'm assuming this is like up on a hill.
Right.
So I can probably see it for
Over the hill and
a ways.
far away.
I don't know, it just looks interesting. I just want to go check it out.
Sure, I will then have to... There's other adventure that has all the Fandolin stuff.
While Shadow Mage is doing his usual dungeon master stuff, I'm just going to remind everybody of Exploration Bar Point now, because making sure you're registered to vote. If you haven't voted yet, well, you know the drill, but yeah. Make sure you're registered to vote and start voting, because the election, from what I have been told, wraps up at November the 3rd, 4 days before my B-Day, haha. And I'll be 30. Good heavens. It'll be hell. But yeah. And
A
Saturday
mere
the 7th.
child.
I know, right?
I was gonna say.
No, I'm a mere child, but I
I'll
was
be turning 30 again.
But yeah, and also the 17th is when there will be a new session of D&D with viewers. That will be at 20:30 hours EDT, and you can partake in a one-shot session with Arvin and Ron as your gracious hosts. And yeah, if you want to know more about the D&D with viewers, just type in !D&D with viewers, and you'll see a spreadsheet that I have made, and that should be extremely simple. I did have 2 links there that would help you to learn more D&D. I don't recall what happened to them, because it got a bit of a mix-up, so I might need somebody to help me link some again. Yeah.
And before I go, because I'm assuming that Isol, you've been sitting in the same spot for the past.
Yeah, in
days.
fact, anytime that you've interacted with me, you've interacted with the major image version of myself that will pop up when you start to address me, who will come up and just have a bow. It will look like me, but just with a bow tie. And be very, very kind and cordial and, you know, way warmer than Isol is.
All right, I will walk by and I'll knock on the table just to kind of get your attention.
The magic me will just pop up out of place. Hello? How can I help you?
Yeah, Isol, have you noticed that big building up on the hill there, the one that's kind of like, it looks like it has fallen down.
No, but look at me. I normally keep my nose in a book.
That's true. I'm gonna go check it out. You won't come with me?
Do you think that there might be anything with salvaging, like, say, for instance, look down and kind of shyly look up books?
I absolutely 100% think that there might be old books in that old abandoned building. Yes.
Non-major image Issa will stand up, and the major image will just kind of dissipate. All right, let's go.
Of course.
Get the book, kind of tuck it underneath,
liar.
like put it on the belt. Issa will he's super distracted. All right, let's go.
Well, he is a wood elf, so of course it's lying.
Okay. Almost more a castle than a house. This building stands at the east edge of town on a low hillside amid woods and thickets. This ancient manor has been abandoned, but based on it seems as if there might have been signs of some kind of occupation within the last few years.
Is the door open, or is there like an open window or a smashed out window, or? I mean, it kind of looks from the map. It looks like one whole half of the building is falling down.
That or a rhino just went through the sides.
All right.
I just walk up to the door and thaumaturgy it.
Yeah, like the sides of the building are basically like missing, right? So like you can kind of just like wander in.
After Easel thaumaturgies the door, I'll just point at the giant hole in the wall. You know, you didn't hit. It's fine. All right.
Yeah, I'll just stare blankly and then walk through the open door.
I'll follow him through the open door.
All right, now where are these books? And I'll immediately start looking around for books.
Yeah, I don't know. There's got to be a shelf around here somewhere, and I'm gonna take a look around too.
Okay.
See what I can see.
So, it seems like this main part of the building that's like still kind of standing, it all seems to be thoroughly ransacked with nothing really left. But there is actually a open cellar door heading down.
I'll tap Isla on the shoulder and go, "What do you think's down there?"
Hopefully books. I'll just hold up my book and cast light on it and start walking down holding it up like a flashlight.
And I will go down too.
Okay. And you find yourself in a very well-constructed cellar with two dead bodies at the foot of the stairs. These
Well, that
bodies
certainly
look
isn't a
like
good
as if
sign.
they've been dead for about a year and a half.
Nanny?
With the light, can I kind of hold it up and try and... Do they look like anyone I've ever seen in this town?
Malik, you will recognize their garb as being those of Red Brand ruffians.
Oh. These are the Red Brand.
What's that?
Do you know, or
Well-
shall I fill you in?
Yeah, I don't have any idea.
Okay.
I don't believe Grace is here. I think it's just Malik and Isla.
Okay.
But out of game, I can explain. They're a band of, oh, your basic brigand band in a town. A little protection racket, a little blackmail, a little plain theft.
Yep, that's about right.
Oh, so I don't have to worry about them being, shapeshifters taking over maybe the likeness of the mayor guy in the house, whatever his name is, or the Toblin, the guy who brings me bread. These are just, standard run-of-the-mill red shirts. That's
Yeah.
good to know. Kind of hold one up and then let it fall back to the ground.
So,
Or red coats.
yeah, the Red Brands were very much kind of like this, like, mafia-esque kind of group who were in the Phandalin region kind of about a year and a half to 2 years ago. Those of you who are kind of familiar with this area know that they had kind of been broken up by another party of adventurers who had come through. That they had their dealings, their racketeering had a swift end put to it, with nothing really heard of them since.
Yeah, they're like, they're sort of like mobsters.
Oh, well, I guess no loss here. I'll
Yeah,
just step over the bodies.
A lot of like organized crime. I think some group took them out about a year, maybe 2 years ago. I think I don't remember the name of them, but for some reason the Pinkerton Detective Agency comes to mind. I don't know if that's right, but it was something along those lines.
Oh Lord.
I too will step over them and take a look around the rest of the basement.
Okay. So you can definitely see that there were, as you explore, that there were signs of some scuffles and skirmishes, but it seems that like whoever had come through here had kind of picked it clean.
No books?
I mean, give me an investigation check, I guess. Ooh-wee.
25.
Also 25.
Oh
Give me
shit!
the books.
Okay.
Wow, that's a combined. That's a combined 50. We gotta
Combined
find at
50.
least something.
It magically creates a book at that point.
No, not just a book, but 10 books or 50.
Maybe there are some papers on those bodies.
Issa will get that desperate.
So, where did... In a back section of the cellar, as you've explored along a few different rooms, you did manage actually to notice that there seemed to have been a secret door, and when you open it, there is what appears to be almost like a wizard's or alchemist's workshop.
Hey, Esau, I found something over here.
Did a book?
Probably.
Throwing lumber around.
So there is
There might be some. It looks like a wizard's workshop.
a large.
You know wizards.
There is a large work table set up with alembics, retorts, distillation coils, and other alchemical devices, and it seems to be broken now, but at one point it would have been surely bubbling away. And there are shelves crowded with sheaves of parchment and strange-looking tomes.
I'll walk in and kind of look around. Look at Malik. So I'm going to live here for a few days while I read all of these. I'll just immediately start going through the shelves. Is anything like immediately standing out as like the oldest, most intense tome of the lot / parchment?
There is one particular book written in Dwarvish that details a very in-depth history of the dwarven settlements in the mountains.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, I'd totally be. I would just kind of immediately grab that and just hold on to it. This has been a wonderful adventure, Malik. We should go on something like this more often.
Maybe next time we bring a wheelbarrow so you can put all the books in there and we can just cart it back.
That'd be very nice. I don't really want to spend the next few days here, but I'm going to.
Well,
That's what prestidigitation is for. No,
I
sorry,
have,
I'm not there.
I have a few torches if you want me to set them up here so you can, you don't have to read by book light.
I guess that would be nice. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll start like just pulling books out and like shoving the alchemy supplies off the table, just like unceremoniously just crashing glass around,
Clatter, clatter.
and then just putting books and parchments down and all that stuff. Yeah, I'll start going through all of that.
Yeah, and as he does that, I'll pull out 2 torches and put one on one wall and one on the other and light them both. I take it you're gonna be here for a while, right?
I'd like to. Do you think it would be safe? I mean, the 2 dead bodies out front should probably scare away most people.
Right.
That or whatever killed them is still here.
Well, I doubt that, but plus they're dead, so no
Dead
harm
bodies
there.
can reanimate.
Yeah. Generally not in towns, though. Isn't that more like a graveyard, dungeon type thing?
It's fair, but we're not exactly like in the town right now. We're kind of in a weird, half-broken house for some odd reason on the top of a hill.
Well, I still don't think there's going to be any problem. And
Well, if I die, it's on your shoulders.
it doesn't look like anybody's been in here for a while. I don't think anybody's coming. So. And this door was pretty well hidden. Even if somebody did come down here, I don't think they'd find it.
Well, I'll probably end up spending the days until you get your armor finished. Just in here, reading slowly about what looks to be, just kind of inspect the cover, the spine of the large book about dwarves. Something about dwarves. So that'll be fun for me.
Yeah. Well, if I can remember, I'll bring you something to eat tomorrow.
Oh, okay, thank you. I also have a pocket full of potatoes, just in case. Tomlin doesn't know yet, so don't tell him.
Oh, I forgot. And I'll reach into my pocket and I'll pull out some bacon.
Oh,
I have pocket bacon. Would you like?
excellent. It's the unsalted one, right?
Yeah.
Excellent, yes. Oh,
Right.
I'll take it.
I was wondering about that.
Alright.
I have to say now, I imagine that the restoration quest for Isel to begin restoring his new home has begun. Because that'll be a perfect place for him to call home, because he'll have this big tower right in front. Almost like a church house, almost, but the tower could be served as a sort of a magical guard tower.
Okay.
Automatically fires eldritch blasts.
It's just to be a book golem that throws books at people. That's Easel's endgame.
So the other things I need to go through are... Isel, from what you had read of the Strange Book so far, you had found out that there had been a half-elf wizard who had been interested in ancient elven ruins in Neverwinter Wood, and that the wizard disappeared under mysterious circumstances. And that the other main thing is that there seems to be cults of Talos all around this area, from kind of like from Phandalin to Neverwinter and in Neverwinter Wood.
Okay. Yeah, I'll spend the time initially before we find the secret area. I'll spend the time deciphering that, and then I'll just take turns deciphering that and reading other stuff.
Well, that was basically what you had been able to read over kind of like the what was it, kind of like part of one day before Malik came and dragged you off.
All right, cool. That works for me.
Other than that, since Trish just left for a moment, also give me an Arcana check for this stuff that you are currently reading about in this Wizard's Workshop.
I'll also, once I'm like in here and I'm kind of settled in, I'll pulse the Crown of Greed as well.
Okay.
To see if there's anything else like kind of hidden around.
Speaking of the start of the stream, when you were talking about character hoodie, wouldn't they call him a snake wrangler as well?
Yeah, I forgot about the cloak of snakes.
So,
I think I have 4 left.
You are able to deduce that most of the other writings in this room are relating to the brewing of potions of invisibility.
I'm about it. I probably shouldn't have crashed all that alchemy equipment, but I am about gaining the knowledge. So, yeah.
Okay.
In fact, once I kind of have it all sorted together, I want to transcribe it into my tome over the course of take like 6 hours with the fine ink that I probably have lying somewhere around, that I haven't really used much since that first spell. I'll just transcribe it in so it's there forever and I can always call back to it.
Okay. Oh, there she is.
If we ever have more downtime, I'll get more into alchemy, but for right now, just learning about it, that's good enough.
Stay a while and shut up. I'm reading.
Where is Grace at the moment?
So Grace had been wanting to do some busking while you guys were waiting in those couple days.
Isn't that juggling?
Busking is street performance.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm playing, running through my repertoire, refreshing my memories of various ballads and epics and things, for whoever wants to listen, and throw a few coins my way.
So, yeah, I was gonna say, let's have you make 4 performance checks.
Okay.
For a few performances done over a couple days.
Warwick's just been tinkering with his armor and just, not doing much. Stayed in his room most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's going on?
And, well, I should have said that these will all be at advantage, so.
Oh, okay, alright.
So it'll be a 25, a 27, a 25, and a 22.
Damn.
So, the values of those rolls is how much gold you make for each performance.
Wow. Okay then.
Not bad.
Yeah.
So I will add that to my
Isos
inventory.
Isos is rolling in tomes,
So that's
and
99 gold.
and Grace is rolling in gold coins, and
Oh, speaking of gold coins, can I retcon something real quick? That first night when I'm reading the book,
Okay.
I just want to go up to Toblin after everyone else has gone to sleep. Be like, and then just put 20 gold on the counter. Invest in a very good oven. Only use this for an oven. Anyways,
Okay.
then I'll turn
Yeah,
around
sure.
and go back.
well, I wouldn't say actually it's a little retcon, just more like a little dash back to the past for a moment.
Yeah, it's retcon in quotation marks there. 25 gold. I want him to have the best oven. I want to see if that works.
All right. So, fast forward a couple days. Malik's armor is now ready.
Back to the future.
Isel has been studying the Wizard's Workshop. Grace has done some performances. Malik, do you wish to roleplay the picking up of your armor, or shall we just skip by it?
Just remind me how much it was.
Right.
Because I don't think I paid for it. I can't remember.
Malik, how dare you!
Where did that go? Because I believe it was going to be 80 gold, and then there was something about they had wanted to there was something about selling the extraneous material, but then you said
I told her
to keep
she
it.
could just keep them.
Yeah, just keep it. And so then there was some kind of deal struck there, so I think it was going to be down to like 50 gold, I think, is what it was settled on.
Okay. All right.
Does that sound right?
Cool. I don't know. I'll go back and watch the VOD afterwards and see if that's all right, and then
Yeah.
change it accordingly.
No, I think that was right. Because
Okay, yeah,
I definitely
I will
had
go pick it up and
I
will.
I had the 80 gold and the extra material marked, but I thought I remembered something about her also dropping the price for some reason. Hey, Winchkin, welcome in.
Oh, knowledgeable one and diplomat of my previous D&D reviewers.
So,
So I'll
that being
try it. What does this shit look like?
sorry.
So what does this shit look like? Does it look badass?
Well, yeah, I mean it basically is like this like rings of mithril, like that has a kind of a not quite snug but not quite loose. It's like a very kind of like close fit. That's basically just like a long tunic almost of these mithril rings.
And you said that was a 14 armor class?
14 plus dex. Yeah.
14 plus dex. Brings me to fucking 18. I am the goddamn tank now.
18 with no disadvantage on stealth is... I'm so jealous of that.
Wasn't it that you were converting the armor from medium to light?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh no, heavy to light.
Yeah, heavy to light.
All right, and I'm good. Wear my new armor proudly.
Okay.
Oh, and at some point I'm gonna give back Roderick his bow with the badass looking spikes on it.
Okay.
At some point in the 3 days. Roderick, I got your bow all done. What do you think?
And he looks over the red longbow very thoroughly and just goes, I approve.
It's not really gonna change the
Performance?
yeah, it's not really gonna change the performance of it, but it looks pretty badass.
Looks can be intimidating.
There you go.
So he just picks it up and he caresses it just to get the feel from it while visualizing himself firing an arrow against a villain. And he goes, it will serve us well. Thank you.
Hey, no problem.
And so, as I assume this was after they came back from the tower. Well, Malik came back from the tower.
I would imagine, yeah, probably. I would imagine that I've been going back and forth for the last couple days. Maybe like we went to go check it out on the first day, and then like I just kind of left Isel there, and just every once in a while went and checked on him.
Every time you come back, because I can hear people, I'm assuming, coming down the creaky stairs to the cellar. There's the major image Isel self who's sitting there like an answering machine.
Yeah. So, I noticed that you and Isel have been venturing forth.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I told you, but Isel found this interesting place. We were just happened to be walking around town, and we found an old house, and he found books in it. So, that's where he's been.
Of course he has. Well, of course he is. This is Isel. So. While the talk, Roderick has been just sitting in a tavern and just. That's the same night it's been for the past couple of days. Just sitting and quiet and just enjoying the quiet town life. Once or twice, probably watching the street performance of Grace.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing beyond that, and the armor tinkering just to make certain everything is in perfect order.
So, any other preparations before, I guess, collecting Isel and then heading out on the road?
I believe we still have some pocket venison. Oh, what was it? Pocket bacon.
Pocket bacon.
Yeah. Yeah, I still imagine that. Did we get like 2 or 3 bags of it, like per person, small bags, or was it? What was the amount again?
I don't remember. He gave me a shitload.
Well, I imagine that Roderick would at least have 2 bags full of pocket bacon.
Yeah, sure. I'll share my pocket bacon with Roger.
So. But yeah.
Do you need to take off, Trish, or is it being handled now, or?
I think it's being handled. I'm waiting for an email to see if the problem is solved. Sorry,
Okay. No.
I can play in the meantime.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's understandable.
We are super just fucking around.
Yeah.
So
Well.
Well, Roderick is just screwing around, but he's, well, taking care of the armor business.
Map change.
Uh-huh. And speaking of, I am so loving my new token. I am so loving it.
So
It's so
now
glorious.
you should be able to see I have marked where Dragon Barrow is.
Oh, look at that.
It is up there.
oh, there it is.
And the loggers camp is also up there.
Oh, no. I kind of
We-
was...
We were doing Dragon Barrows first, and then Logger Camp.
Yes.
Okay.
I imagine
Well-
that Loggers Camp was closer to them than Dragon Barrow.
The
And
the loggers camp quest it doesn't exactly have like a deadline, but it is like something that needs to be dealt with in a timely manner, as it is a like a provisions delivery to a camp.
Oh, wasn't it also the other group of adventurers that were going on the Loggers one?
Well, they were. What you had found out about that one was that they had been going off to
I think they're going
investigate.
to Falcons.
Well, they were passing by Falcon's hunting lodge to go to investigate something at the Woodland Manse, which turns out to be kind of in the vicinity of these ancient elven ruins with the half-elf wizard that you had been reading about, Isol.
So when you come to pick me up, I'll basically kind of Charlie Day, It's Always Sunny, start explaining just everything I found, both in the book and then about a potion of invisibility. Like, I'll be like a kid that found out way too much information over a short period of time and just can't wait to tell anyone about it. And like after about 15 minutes of me over explaining way too much about all this stuff, I'll kind of be like, so we should maybe do something about this at some point. I know we have the whole dead people sword thing to do, provided to us by a weird altar somewhere, and we also have quests that we should maybe
Right, and the other thing,
I've been up for a long time.
the other thing that you actually would have found out is that there is also this Tower of Storms out here on the coast, which is a lighthouse which is connected to the magical cultists of Talos, who kind of seem to be present in this general area and occasionally stirring up trouble.
Oh yeah, it's like all of it. I'll have like yarn, all the whole thing like all mapped out. A whole map of this region just drawn on the wall in charcoal with like where we should go and what we should do. And then I'll kind of is look towards the group, out of breath, having over-explained everything over like the course of 15 to 20 minutes. Just be like, so thoughts?
Well, we should definitely go to Dragon Barrow.
Well, yes, but that one's not going anywhere for surezies. That one's, I mean, that's full of dead people and a sword that can't move. So I feel like this one's the safest. I'll kind of circle it on the wall.
Right. I mean, the Tower of Storms is on the way. If we take the Tribor Trail to the high road, we have to go right by there anyway.
We also have the provisioning quest for the logging camp. That's of a slight priority because food does spoil every once in a while. So I'll mark this one as 1, and I'll mark the Tower of Storms as 1, and then circle the logging camp as, and then just write soon underneath it, and then circle the Dragon Barrow and write A over it. All right, so we have a whole labeling system going on. That's good.
Well, what if we, and I'll take input from Grace and Roderick on this, but maybe then if the loggers camp is more pressing, maybe we should go there first and then hit these other places on the way back.
Yeah, I'd rather go with Lars camp first.
We can also maybe stop by these elvish ruins here, and I'll circle them, and then put just a star there.
You got a
When you say Elven, do you mean for you to just hunt for more books?
Well, yeah, I can't exactly lie here and say no, but also, the other adventurers were going there. I remember you guys being moderately interested about them, but also, yeah, books. Lots of books. Probably a lot of books.
I wanted to kill them so we can steal the gold.
Well, whoa.
Bartek said just Cecily.
Let's not kill anyone for gold or maybe books. But we can kind of loop up through here again, take the road, and then do just kind of check out the ruin, see what's going on, and then go over to the logging camp. And then circle. We have a whole circle to do here, and I'll just circle the entire map now.
Isel, did you find a name for those elven ruins? Because there's quite a few elven ruins in Neverwinter Wood.
I'll open my mouth and say what I read them as.
Do they have names?
Which I have no idea.
As they'll say, Logger's camp must be our priority.
My adventure stuff does not have anything about the Elven runes except that for the fact that there are Elven runes.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll just. Their name seems to be lost and smudged in a bunch of places, so I really didn't get what the name was. More the fact that they just existed.
Right, yeah. No, I only ask because there's a lot of like very, very sacred grounds to the elves in Neverwinter Wood. I just wouldn't want to disturb any of that.
I don't want to disturb either. I just want to read and purvey. And then
Just to
back
go off
meticulously.
Just to go off game for a second.
Yep.
Neverwinter Woods. What year? Well, does anyone know what year this particular campaign takes place? And when Neverwinter Nights took place?
Oh, yeah, Neverwinter Nights.
Because I keep thinking back to the intro when Lord Nasher slays the Minotaur.
So Neverwinter Nights took place in 1372 DR, and this takes place in 1492 DR.
Oh yeah, so it's a long time afterwards.
Yeah. 120 years.
Okay. Back to it. Certainly there are a lot of other ruins that we can explore, but unless there are pressing matters upon it, I still say we should go for the Lord's camp. And we can meddle with the others on the way back towards the Dragon Barrow.
Yeah, I would agree. What do you say, Grace?
Guys.
I'll go along with that, with whatever the party thinks.
Alright, so Loggers camp first, and then we'll circle back around.
That works for me.
Time to log it.
Issa will look dejected at the no elvish ruins, but we'll get over it.
Of course they will.
Alright.
I mean, at some point we can go to the Elvish ruins. Isel, I would suggest that you take me with you. Because I don't want you to get killed.
Yeah. What would make you think that I would I'm a very respectful individual, I say, kind of like kicking more of the glass stuff that's on the ground now at this point, kind of crashing it into a wall. I'm very respectful. I don't know, whatever. What could you mean by that?
Well, elves are very protective of their sacred grounds, and there are some very sacred grounds in this area.
Okay. Fine.
But
If it means I can read a book.
But that will be for another time. Why don't we head to the loggers camp first off? And then we'll go from there.
Most good. Just kind of sadly walk out, pull out the magical book, and start reading it.
Although I suspect we're going to be using our horses as usual.
So
if you are using horses, shall we do the comical animal handling check?
only if you want to.
I know I am going to do it. Let's see.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I probably asked this before, but don't you have a familiar as a ranger, rock god?
No,
Different.
different subclass.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So I guess Ysel has some trouble with mounting his horse as usual.
I tried to give it food and ended up shoving it up its nose. And then it kind of bucked at me. And I tried to get up on it and started sliding off. And then it started kicking again. And then I managed to just kind of cling. Just kind of half mounted on the horse. All right, I'm good to go.
All right. So in going and heading off for the loggers camp, Barthen has provided you with a two-wheeled cart pulled by an ox, carrying some crates containing things such as dried meat, blocks of cheese, and loaves of bread, as well as casks of ale and flasks of oil. The ox's name is Vincent, and Barthen would like to see Vincent return alive.
Yeah, with Isel's current mood, that might be a problem, probably.
Is Vincent and the cart going to be able to make it through the woods here?
Well, that's for you folks to find out.
I'm sorry, is this ox cart about Malak trying to get a nice oven for the guy, or what are we doing with the ox cart?
Oh, the ox cart has the provisions that are to be delivered to the loggers camp.
Okay, all right, got it.
I just paid that dude 25 gold to get a nice oven. That's his own business how he does that. That's as involved as we get in that story.
Sorry, I had a little work emergency, but I think it's finished now.
So what kind of path would you like to take to try to get to the loggers camp?
I mean, can we take the high road and then just cut across? That looks like it goes through the least amount of forest.
So that will be longer, but it might be...
High road would be most visible to a wandering dragon. I am not in favor of that.
I would say, well, let's just put down a vote on the out of game to save my voice. Tribor Trail probably cut through the woods, through the Falcon's hunting lodge, and there. Oh.
Yeah.
So
I
here
mean, I would.
and here, and then here. So.
So basically it's, do you want to hit Falcon's hunting lodge first or after?
No, well,
'Cause I think what was discussed before was after.
Yeah,
We
it seemed like
went
the
back
whole,
and forth a couple times on which way to do it.
Yeah.
I feel like the whole right side of the map was an after type of situation, and the whole we're focusing the left side, trying to get the longest camp first, and then Dragon Barrow, and then Tower of Storms.
Oh yeah, of course.
I believe.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, I
was,
don't think it would make sense to take the ox cart with all the provisions over to the barrow first.
Why don't we go like? Why don't we turn off here to there? So like just a straight line between those two.
Okay.
We have a hunter with moderate survival. I'm sure we'll be fine.
And on top of that, I mentioned this before, but before we started the campaign, I had decided that, Malik lived in Neverwinterwood, and my cabin is right there.
Oh well, then boom.
Well,
So,
Boom shakalaka. But
so yeah, I know the woods pretty well.
Yeah, we know you do. Malak Legolas.
I actually didn't know that we were going to be spending this much time in Neverwinter Wood.
Yeah. All right. So traveling along the
I
Triforce
just
Trail
enjoy
and
morning
then
wood.
entering the woods, it will probably take you a day and a half. So you will have one long rest before in between, like leaving and getting to the loggers' camp. So you manage to stick along the trail for a little while with uneventful travel, and then as you start to enter the wood, Malik, please give me a survival check at advantage.
Okay. Let's see, survival. Right there.
Ooh,
Ooh, that's not great. So that would be... Oh no, my other thing ran out. That's right. So yeah, just a 10.
mm-hmm.
Well, Grace could use the Bardic Inspiration, couldn't she?
Well,
I could if that lasts. What is it? A minute? So, or however. Wait, let me look and see how long that lasts.
you don't need it.
Yeah. Okay.
Next 10 minutes. So, ability check. So, but
It's fine,
that's
Chet.
usually done before the check, not wait and see and then
Right.
Right.
play the song. But could I assist him with my I have a 1 in survival, which is not great, but which is something.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, it would just take Malik, maybe like a few minutes to try and figure out like the best kind of like trails through the forest, but he eventually does manage to find the right way to go, and he starts leading you through into the woods. So I will just move you to about there. Boop. All right. And then once more, please. Another one. Survival check from Malik.
Right.
Will take a quick moment to mention that we're gonna have a concluding session on the evening before Halloween.
Oh, for Curse of Strahd, yeah.
Curse of Strahd. 1900 hours EDT lasted to 2 a.m. So I would suggest everybody save their inspiration for that, actually, because it will matter.
Right, so that'll be a Friday and Saturday.
Yep.
And
Saturday on Halloween is going to be Metro Fusion.
Oh, well, right. I meant Saturday running into early.
Yeah,
Friday
yeah.
running into early Saturday morning. Sorry.
Somebody has been overworked and she needs a little playtime.
So, Malik, you successfully guide them along further into the wood. You come across a conspicuously well-worn trail that then opens up into a small clearing. And in this small clearing, about 60 feet ahead of you, stands a wild boar with a pink feather kind of seemingly attached near its neck. The boar glares at you suspiciously.
The boy sees me.
Yes.
I will cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
We don't mean you any harm. We're just passing through.
It just kind of like snorts and like looks like glances from side to side and then like looks back at you. And then it says, well, like responding as the boar, however a boar could respond, I guess. You understand it saying, go about your own business then, and then it darts off into the woods to the east.
Oh, shit. Something about this feels like a trap. But I really want to know why he had a pink feather on his neck.
Oh, it was definitely a female boar.
Oh. I really want to know why she had a... Well, I guess... I still want to know why she had a pink feather on her neck.
Yep.
Well, it could be someone's pet. It could be someone's familiar. It could be a werebore. Or something else I haven't thought of.
Or rather, I should say, it appeared as a boar, but when it responded to you, it had a female voice.
Wait, could the rest of us understand it?
I believe only Malik could.
Okay, all right.
He cast Speak with Animals.
Because I didn't know if it was like a backward situation where it was a magical boar and Malik snorted at it and then it spoke in like fluent common back, and I was gonna be like, what?
No, it kind of like let out some what sounded like boar grunting noises, but Malik was able to understand it.
I mean, she told us to go about our business, but, you know, now I'm kind of curious, to be honest with you. Do you think we should keep going, or maybe go after her?
I'm for moving on to the logging cabin. This whole ox cart thing really doesn't sit well with me.
I also favor moving ahead with what we started to do, which is going to the logging camp.
All right. Here's the thing, though. This feels like a trap to me. So why don't you go ahead, and I'll stay in the back just to keep an eye out.
Very
What's
well.
going on with you, Malik?
Say that again. Echo?
Roderick will be going along with Malik.
Okay.
All right. In that case, I will take point, and I will be looking down the trail and up in the trees for any possible threats as we proceed along.
Okay.
This should be an excellent experience for Grace. Taking point.
I'll trail behind Grace a bit, and then I'll just put on the crown of greed and pulse it every so often.
Right.
Since I'm not gonna...
Item sonar.
Yeah, I'm not gonna visibly look out anywhere, because how far am I gonna get with that anyways, so yeah.
you do not get any sensations or pings from the crown. And you do manage, the party continues on into the woods a little further. Maybe I should be more like that, I guess, kind of. And then eventually it will become, at about this point, it becomes nighttime, and you will have to stop to rest.
I check carefully for a good place to camp. Something that has a little space around it, if possible, so that, you know, maybe a clearing is too much to hope for, but just something where we're not entirely enmeshed in undergrowth and stuff we can't see through.
Right. You are able to find a suitable spot.
Watches. I don't mind which one I take, but we're having watches.
Okay.
I'll untie up the horse and just sit down with my book and kind of be like, I can peer out every once in a while over it the entire night, so it's something, I guess, huh?
The rest of us will let you know if we see anything. So that's 3 watches.
The major image will appear behind me and just like start peering out. Look, I'm doing something. Look.
Is it going to be relevant who has which watch?
I already did my DM rolls and nothing will happen, so...
Okay.
The night passes uneventfully.
Forward ho.
Alright. Malik, you want to give me a couple more survival checks? Seeing as
Absolutely.
you are the one who knows the woods the best.
Absolutely.
Let's see what we got going on here. Is today going to be a good day for survival checks?
Yes.
Not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like 15.
Well, it's at advantage, actually, so it's the 27.
Oh, well,
Oh, nice.
that's much better.
Yeah, and one more.
Let's see.
Ah,
Another
Okay.
27.
Nice.
definitely no getting lost for you guys.
Sweet.
Alright, so that means you make it all the way to the loggers' camp. At about 2 p.m. on this day. The logging camp spreads along the south shore of the river, where a dozen tents are arranged on a sandy beach. Near a dock stands a cabin with logs stacked under an awning. Older cabins close by have been torn down to leave only stone chimneys and foundations. A grim silence hangs over the camp, and you see no one around. Let me just copy these tokens. And now we need a new map.
Ooh, we have a loggers camp map.
Fancy.
Sweet.
As we start to approach the opening of it and there's no one there, I'm gonna immediately kind of mentally I'll look at Hemingway. Hemingway will look at me and be like, hey, you want to go check that biz out? And Hemingway will just kind of do a lizard nod and scuttle down my body and the horse's body, and then just go scuttling off towards the cabin.
And then the horse will just rear and you just lose your concentration and go fall off the horse and go, ah, damn Hemingway.
The horse knows to save it for me, It'll wait to kick me in the face later. We formed a bond now, a mutual bond of hate and distrust.
Oops. I put you guys
Sounds
on
utterly lovely.
the wrong layer. There we go.
Oh,
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, you're coming from the
he's a
south.
nice cut, this is.
So Hemingway is going off to investigate things? Is that?
Yep.
So, what direction are you sending him? Just down the path? Like off this way?
I was gonna send him to the, because we can see this cabin, correct?
Yep.
This one?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna send him over there to see if there's anyone inside. And to just report back with that knowledge.
Okay.
Though I guess it's close enough that I could just eyeball it.
Because I imagine the house, little cabin, is on a hill.
I'd like to do a perception check and see if I smell blood or anything.
Sure,
Yeah,
you can
same here.
absolutely do that.
Let's see.
If it's there, I smell it.
So, you can definitely smell blood and death in kind of this whole general area. And it is eerily silent.
This place stinks of blood. There's been death. Much death around this place. Tread warily, my friends.
And as Grace says so, Roderick tightens his grip on the bow and keeps an arrow ready just in case. As he wanders around the camp and inspects.
Iso. Iso.
If you look over, my eyes are just white.
Iso. Jeez. All right then. So I'll grab Easel's wrist and I'll put it on my shoulder.
Oh, I can't hear or see anything, but I can definitely feel things. So, yes, I am in Hemingway right now. It's yeah, okay.
I'll give his hand a tap like that.
So as Hemingway kind of scampers off and investigates that area, he kind of sees that there are these strange mounds of earth all over the place, as if there are maybe burrowing things in the area.
I'll relay that information in a very shaky voice. I don't like it. I don't like when things are underneath me or above me or around me.
Isn't that... All right, never mind.
Yeah, that's everywhere. I can't hear if you said anything, but I'm just confirming.
I am going to softly chant a song about wariness and preparedness and just being ready for battle. And give bardic inspiration to all of my companions.
Okay.
Does Hemingway make it to the house?
Yes?
Okay. I was just scared that maybe he stepped on a landmine.
Nope. He seems to be just scampering away. He makes it to the house. And
Can you get underneath the door?
3.
I guess I could send him up and down the chimney. So many options.
How to... Yeah, so he's able to scamper under a door, if that's what you want.
Yeah.
Into the larger main room. And this room is cluttered with logging equipment. And there is a door to a back room over here.
Does this room look off at all?
This current room?
Yeah.
Not at the moment, no.
Okay. So then kind of lick the eyeballs and keep moving.
Okay.
Gotta keep those bad boys moist.
So he's going up to the door to the other room then? Is that...
Yeah.
Okay. There seems to be something blocking the gap under the door.
He'll put out the little lizard arm and push on the door. Can't really do anything, but we'll just kind of push on the door, look the eyeballs again, and then I guess I'll release the sight and kind of look around to everyone. So the first room seems to be mostly normal logging supplies, but the second room blocked off in some weird way. Also, there's a lot of mounds, so there might be survivors in that blocked off room. Also, I don't want to go near the mounds. They sound and look horrible.
Do the mounds look like they're in a pattern, or are they just kind of random?
They seem kind of random. They seem as if it's maybe like something like coming out of the ground and then going back down into like the same spot.
I am going to lie down on the ground and press my ear to the ground and see if I hear rumblings or anything that sounds like earth moving down there.
Ooh. Okay, sure. Give me a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
I'll lean over to Malik and just go, I hear if we walk without rhythm, we don't attract underground entities.
There it is.
Seems. Hey, I think you might be right about that.
Oh,
Maybe.
how's that?
Great is on the roll.
So there do seem to be kind of strange rumbling and chittering underground coming both from the east and to the north of your current position. So kind of like off this way over by this camp, and maybe something over by the house where Isel had sent Hemingway.
I relay that information.
Roderick is gonna be walking over towards this camp and
Sorry,
see.
which one? This one here?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yes.
and just look around while keeping his. Oh,
What was that noise? What was that noise?
So when you reach about here, as you're walking over,
where?
there's a great rumbling and kind of chittering, roaring sound as three things burst forth from the ground.
Suddenly, that gives a war vibes now.
Uh-oh.
I had my arm on Malik's shoulder, now I'm tugging at it. What are those? What are those?
Yeah, let me see if I have
Oh, wait.
You
no,
live here? What are
I,
those?
I stand corrected. It's Zerg. The Zerg has come.
handouts.
Yeah. Do I know what these things are?
I know what they are. They're Zergs. They're Hydralisks. Run.
I also want to say, as the player, it's taking every ounce of restraint I have to not like have Esel sprout his wings up immediately and just say, "See ya," just take off to the roof.
Are these squares 5 feet?
Yeah, I believe so. Oh, great!
There you go.
Oh, great. Look at that! Look at that guy having a doozy of a time underneath that. Ooh.
Oh, that does not look good at all.
Oh yeah, that's a Hydralisk on the D&D
All right.
version.
I am going since Esel grabbed my shoulder. I'm gonna grab his hand and cast Bark Skin on him.
So that was
What's happening? Oh God!
Roderick had made it to about here, and these things erupted forth from the ground. And let me take a look at these things.
This is gonna
So
be
Hoodie, for the next hour, your AC is 16.
Oh yeah, that beats a 12 any day of the week. Ooh, feels nice.
I feel so alone being the melee man of the party.
Based on these statistics, how long do I think this will take?
Quick question.
Yes.
What type of dragon is the dragon that is plaguing? White? Is it a white dragon?
Oh,
Can't remember.
the dragon of Icespire Peak is a white dragon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you.
Also, if it's relevant, the legend about the Dragon Barrow and the heroes who had died fighting a previous dragon, that dragon was a green dragon.
Okay, that's okay. How big is this?
I still need to start. I just still need to continue through my playthrough of the Wizard Lands because I remember 2 dragons there. One was red, one was yellow.
And yeah, Arudinel, I know the handouts for the monsters kind of suck because they show the name. But I figured I might as well just show what it was anyway. There's always a little bit of a Shadowed Mage flavor to all of the encounters anyway, so...
Of course it is.
um,
The shadow flavor.
but I'm thinking that this encounter may run a little bit long. So, if you guys maybe want to discuss preparation plans, we'll go our plans for how to handle it. We can go over that, but I'm not sure if we'll be able to make it through the encounter in, say, 30 or 40 minutes. So, as I know that we needed to wrap it up kind of around midnight-ish EDT.
I could go for another hour or so. Hour and 10.
All right. Well, let's start then. Where is my? You know what? Okay, everyone roll for initiative.
Yep.
Boop. Select my character and then roll for initiative. I remember now.
9.
Yeah.
Isel did it right.
Well,
Did not do it right.
You have
nope.
to select your character and then roll initiative.
Yeah, you have to.
It's super weird.
Click on your
There it is.
token.
There we go.
Nope, there it is.
I'm just gonna try that as well again. Just to make sure. So my initiative was a 9. Just to...
Okay. Oh yeah, fix the 13 to a 9. Okay.
So that You wanted to send the result of this total roll to...
Gargantuan. Jeez.
Gee, you think?
Did you look up the monster?
Yeah, I'm looking for sizes. No in particular reason. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I kind of wish I could just send one of those creatures against the Hydralisk. See who would...
Grace is 16. Okay. And then sort numerically descending.
Large
Yeah,
is
there we go.
20 by 20, right? Or is that 10 by 10? Is huge 20 by 20?
Oh, sizes, medium is 5 by 5. And then large is 10 by 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we made it. Oh, we made it.
Alright. So these things have erupted forth from the ground and are now kind of like stalking towards Roderick, who had triggered their eruption aggressively, and Isel gets to act first, with Grace on deck.
40, 50, 90. Okay, so I definitely have enough room. Because they're all facing Roderick, right?
Yep.
So from like right here-ish, I'm going to manifest an adult white dragon. Roaring, flying into them. Like flapping directly in front of them. I'm also gonna just lean over to Malik and whisper, "Sorry about this without the warning," and then just like cast it and have them immediately get distracted. Like I'm going for distraction here. I don't think that they're high wisdom creatures. We'll find out. Clearly,
this is an illusion.
This is major image.
Major image.
20 by 20. Huge creature. Adult white dragon.
Did you level up like 20 levels by overnight or something? Because, Jesus,
I mean,
boy.
Here's the problem with illusions, though, is it's an illusion. If they even catch wind of it, it's kind of over.
Yeah, I'm gonna be pessimistic and say it's gonna be over.
It looks, sounds, smells just like the source, and I've seen it enough.
Yeah, we all have seen it enough.
And I can't do anything with it.
Okay. Just reading this spell.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell, for like half of the session, I was just I was reading and rereading that spell. Like, what can I do with this?
You can make an answer machine or a white dragon.
Yeah, the answering machine I thought was a fun one.
Okay.
It can cause no damage of any variety, but it will distract them for long enough.
Okay, so this far one over here burrows back into the ground.
Oh,
See you later, kid.
Or, well, that is what will happen, I guess, on its turn. I guess, so Isel has cast major image, summoning the image of a dragon. Was there anything else that you were going to do, or should I just move on to Grace?
No, I'm just apologizing to the group in like very hushed tones, like, so sorry about this. It's me. That one's me.
Okay. All right. Grace, it is your turn. They're the three advancing Ankegs, and now the image of a adult white dragon.
yeah. Unfortunately, they do not have the kindness to be clustered together at all. So Most of my area effect spells are not going to be really helpful here. That being the case, I think I'll cast one that I have not cast before, which is Cloud of Daggers. And I'm going to put, so it's like range 60 feet. So how close am I? Not close enough yet. Is this me? No, this is me. Here I go. I'm going to move closer. Probably about there. And I'm going to cast Cloud of Daggers right here, so that this critter is going to have to run through a bunch of spinning razor blades to get to Malik.
Sorry, could you ping that one again, or indicate that one? Okay. Cloud of Daggers.
And if it is so foolish as to keep charging ahead, it will take 4d4 damage.
Okay. Alright, okay. Which then takes us to Roderick. Unless, Grace, were you doing anything else? Were you moving,
I moved
or...
and I cast my spell. Oh, and hey, why not throw in cutting words there?
Okay.
You things think you're tough. Well, we're going to show you. You should not attack random strangers like this. And where are you, cutting words? Why can't I ever find you?
Attack roll, ability check, or damage roll. You can use your action to
I think it's under here.
I am always so amused by how wholesome Grace is.
I need to work on my cutting
Insults
words.
are.
Yes, I do. I'm just trying to find it. Oh, vicious mockery. That's what I want.
Okay, wisdom saving throw.
I assume these things don't have a high wisdom.
Let's hope not.
It gets a 12. So, versus...
Fail.
Yeah.
Alright. Take 2 damage. Nasty critter. On this one.
Well, you have a little vicious mockery there in the chat now for later usage.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Okay. So, that one is now injured slightly from the vicious mockery. And we come to then Roderick.
Hello. So, one of them had burrowed down, was it?
Yeah, I think the farthest one away is what he said. This one.
Yeah,
Okay.
it took its reaction and burrowed down. The far
Okay.
one.
Well, given the chance... Well... Oh, wait, hold on. Well, I don't suppose... What is the damage type for the longbow? Because it has been added that onto the...
Oh, it's
Piercing,
piercing
wouldn't it?
damage.
Yeah, because it has 1d6 plus 5 piercing on the hand crossbow. On attack is plus 8.
Oh, it's, you need a longbow added to your character sheet? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I need to have it changed from the hand crossbow
Okay.
to a longbow now.
I can do that. Where did it go? Long bow.
Oh, okay. I thought you wouldn't get assassinate on any of these, but you get assassinate on any one that you choose to. Wow. I didn't know that you just immediately get the advantage. Maybe I did? Dang. Rogues, man.
Ha ha ha!
Holy butts.
We are sneaky bastards. We are
So-
worse than Geralt.
How did it turn?
Someone in my campaign just made an accidentally broken character. They made a fighter sorcerer, so they can action surge fireball twice. Very worried about it.
That's awesome.
It reminds me of a rogue extremely. I'm like genuinely frightened as a DM right now.
Speaking of stream, yeah, no quarter underscore TV has his usual Sunday D&D streams, which is Bounty, I believe.
Yeah, wait, it's my own created world of bounty hunting, and mystery and intrigue. Woo! It's
You really sell it there, Hoodie.
we're only in session 4. Not a lot of stuff's happened. They're fighting a cult. I mean, that's always fun. Everyone likes fighting a cult. They're saving a kid and
Yes.
fighting a cult.
As long as the call doesn't involve insectoids, so that's good.
And since I don't know how to use any of these fancy DM tools, I made my battle map in Photoshop, and then used everything in Photoshop, moved it around in there. So that was a blast.
Nice.
Well, there is Incarnate. That's a World 2 map.
So that's the thing is I made the world map and like all the city maps before I knew about world builders. So like I have like stacks of maps of just like places I've made, and I don't know. I was thinking about transferring it into a world builder so I could get one of those nice maps that they like produce for you. Nah, man.
So,
This is not MS Paint. It's like one step away. Doing it in MS Paint.
yeah, I don't know. I might actually, well, since we're speaking about characters now, I might be tempted to go for a paladin after this one. If
Paladins are crazy Nova. Like you get an insane amount of damage in one turn.
yeah, plus I don't know, it's doing a paladin just for sake of my brother is I don't know. It's kind of a homage, but still, it's always fun to try and be a loyal paladin. Ah, lawful good.
Okay, I think that seems right. I added it there.
Okay, let's give it a go. Longbow, fire quill.
17. 17 will hit.
All right.
It
Six.
won't hit.
It will.
Oh, okay. Oh, you get full assassinate on this.
Oh yeah.
So this is a
that's
crit and everything.
That's a roll 2d6, wasn't it?
3d6, right?
3d6.
3d6 and it's all crit.
So plus an additional 8.
Well, does the sneak attack also crit in that regard?
Oh, right. Yep. Good point. So plus
Plus
8 plus
11 plus-
18. So 18 plus 8 is 26. 26 plus 6
17.
is 32. Plus 11 is 43.
Nuts.
Damn.
Absolutely nuts.
If
Ridiculous.
you wanted, you could add.
Shadow
your
Crew,
bardic
goodbye. I
inspiration.
will just go to the Infinity Beyond and assist them in killing Strahd instead. Goodbye,
I
Shadow
don't
Crew.
think so. I do not think so.
The problem is Strahd would just turn to get the arrow and then turn to mist and then heal the entire turn. It's the ugh.
Alright, so your arrow flies true, going straight down the Unkeg's mouth, piercing through the roof of its mouth and up into its brain, and it falls over dead.
Awesome.
Damn.
Talk about misdirection there.
So 1 down.
Yeah. I got one. You got one. Beautiful. It's great. It all worked out.
I don't know where that other one is going to come up, though.
I totally got rid of it. It's fine. Don't just don't go over there ever again.
Sure, you banished it, yeah.
And the clock is 23:26 EDT, so we might actually wrap it up before we wrap up the session, I think. If we're lucky. And I hope we're lucky.
So far.
Man, I can't wait for Banish. That's the spell I want.
So yeah, and he's just gonna stand there. So yeah, moving on to, I think it's gonna be one of the other ones. Ultimate.
So that, and then this one.
I'm just gonna look at them now and just say Meg Griffin mutated.
This one skitters over this way, glancing back at the image of the dragon, seeming a little fearful, but its attention focused on Roderick. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Come on!
And then it lets out a spray from its mouth that can just reach Roderick. And this is an acid spray. So Roderick, you must make a dexterity saving throw.
Righto.
Inspiration, remember.
Don't need 20.
Oh, you don't even need it.
No, sir!
Alright. So you will take half damage. So that will be 8 acid damage.
Well, scheiße.
Okay. Which then takes us to Malik. And Easel's on deck.
Ooh. Five, 10, 30. If I move here, do I have line of sight on this guy? Or these trees?
Partial? It would be like half cover.
Okay. That's good enough. I am going to... actually, first, I am going to knock an arrow, and my eyes will blink green,
Mm-hmm.
and above him you'll see a circle of light with a triangle in it.
Yep.
And 3 smaller circles just kind of sink into him. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Then I will shoot him when my go.
There you go.
Yep, that will hit.
Alright. That's 13 plus...
Oh, which arrow did you use? Did you use just a regular arrow or your explosive arrows?
No, just a regular arrow. Because I already got him Hunter's Mark. So... And
So it's the extra D6, I think. from
D6.
the-
Yeah, 1d6. Okay, so 16 in total.
Alright. Are you also... What's that other thing you sometimes use? Colossus Slayer?
I can't use that
Oh, okay.
because he hasn't been hurt yet.
Ah. So 6.
He's gonna be hurt.
16. Okay.
That's it.
Do you not have extra attack?
Oh shit! You're right. I do have extra attack.
I could have sworn you've done it before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot all about that.
Then you can Colossus Slayer.
It's been a long time since we've fought. So let me just shoot him again.
You can use inspiration if you want to boost that up.
Oh yeah.
What is it?
D8,
1d8.
because I am level 5 now.
Nope. Damn. Shit.
Oh well.
So 13. Does the previous hunter's mark affect that though, or like where did that go?
I don't think Hunter's Mark drops their AC.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
13 is not enough. Fortunately.
That's all right.
So your shot gets tangled, or kind of flies into the tree, and doesn't make it through to hit it. Okay. Now you're done.
You
I
have
think.
movement left?
Now I'm done.
Okay.
You have movement left?
No, I used my 35 feet.
Okay.
Okay. Isel, you're
I'm
up.
just kind of scooching up a bit, so I can see, like, kind of get a glimpse of what's going around on the side of that tree
Okay.
or bush or whatever it is.
Yep.
And then I'm going to spend my action to have the hovering adult white dragon snarl and hiss at the remaining one that's alive and start to fly menacingly over towards it.
Okay.
And I want it to stay up enough off the ground where wind pressure will not be easily detectable. It's not touching the ground, so those things are very ground attuned type of individuals. I don't want any of that business going on. So I'm just gonna have it menace closer, like right here. Like it came in, apparated, and then was here and roared, and then is going to go here and like start hissing and growling and like snapping its jaws at it.
Okay. So how far off the ground?
Because now it's getting closer to me, it's going to be about, we'll say 45 feet off the ground.
Okay. So when the image of the dragon moves in, like that, the one who had burrowed explodes back out of the earth, leaping up, firing acid spray at the image of the dragon, and it sees the acid spray just pass right through the image of the dragon.
Yep. Are they smart enough to know what that means is the real question.
And then it makes some kind of chittering noise over at its friend.
You just hear, they definitely found out what that is. Kill them now, please. And then that'll be my turn. Do I have any bonus action spells? I don't think I do. I don't.
Wouldn't the acid spray come back down again at the ultimate?
So then it actually like lands kind of like in the middle of the camp, and it starts like corrosively eating away at like some of the like the logs and like the tents.
Oh,
Nifty.
well, darn it. I hope it doesn't catch itself on acid fire.
No, it
I'll
it
just
was
leave
an
the major image in a loop.
angled shot. So, whoops. Were you doing anything else there? Issa?
No, I have no more bonus actions. That was my action to move it and to make it move and
Okay.
interact. And then I'm going to leave it in a loop of that hovering pattern in case anyone else shows up that doesn't know about my trick.
Okay. Gotta remember that was that one's reaction. Okay, Grace. And Roderick on deck.
All right, well, they're a little closer now, and I really, really don't like these things. I hope there aren't any more, but I think what I'm going to do right now is cast Slow on the two creatures. It's range 120 feet, up to 6 creatures in a 40-foot And I believe they are just about 40 feet apart. So I should be able to do that.
Sure.
All right. And so, an affected target's speed is halved. It takes a -2 penalty to AC and dexterity saving throws, and it can't use reaction. It can do either an action or a bonus action, but not both. No more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn. So that applies to both of them.
Okay. So. Saving
And,
throw.
hey, while I'm around, let's see, how far did the range of the cone or whatever of acid look like it went? If I went over here, would they be able, if I went, say, here, it's not letting me ping there. If I went behind Malik about 4 squares, would it be able to get both of us with the same effect?
It seemed like its range was about 35 feet. So.
So I really don't want to get in the same blast radius. Okay, that being the case, going to move over here.
Hello, welcome in Artemis Gaming.
Back here. Okay, so back here for the moment. And I will yell over at the one that just popped up. Let's see, someone was kind enough to give me. Your mother was a caterpillar and your dad was an inchworm.
Nice.
And that was accuracy of original X4.
That, of course, being vicious
A
mockery.
lovely moderator at the Avalanche channel. At the Avalanche channel.
Okay, so another 4 damage. It was on this one, right?
Sure.
Am I mistaken? Or
Well, I said the farther one,
the farther
but
one?
now
Oh.
I see that my range is not that far.
Oh,
so
okay.
the closer one.
yeah, okay. Okay. That one. Subtract 4. Okay. All right. So they both got slowed in that. Okay. I guess we're then on to Roderick.
As we all know, since the one is up and about, it's gonna take a pat shot at that one.
That was original X4, by the way. Thanks for the wording of that.
Yep. Because I assume, well, I know the one nearest to the tree is up, so he is gonna take a shot at that one.
Okay. Yeah, that will definitely hit. I don't think any of your other 2 things proc on this one, though.
Yeah, he doesn't have advantage, so nothing else would happen.
Yeah. No
Okay, so,
no massive amounts of damage this time.
well, scheisse.
You can try and hide on this turn, though. I mean, you have that option now.
Yeah, but it is a burrowing worm, so.
There's a tree that's perfectly climbable. Put a leaf on your face. Boom, hidden.
Yeah, no, he's just gonna stand. Just stand there. Did 10 damage. And they're just gonna stay around.
Okay.
Doesn't go away. He has perfect good sight of where he is.
All right. So this one moves into about there, kind of to the middle of that camp, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. No, that's still too far away. Okay. And this one kind of just comes up here. And then we'll also again spray acid at Roderick. So that is a dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
It's had to stand next to its dead friend to do it.
Yeah. Okay, so that'll be half damage.
Evasion? Do you get? Oh, is that level 6?
Oh, yeah, there's a rogue thing for that, isn't there?
Yeah. Evasion?
Um,
Where did I put?
No, I think evasion is a
It
higher
is,
level.
it's 7th
rogue
level.
7, yeah.
Yeah.
My bad.
Okay, so
So that means I'm at 12 hit points.
half of
One's an area infected too. Never mind.
what? Why only 12? Roderick?
Wait, what?
Because I took 8 damage from the previous attack, so
Oh, no, this time half damage is 5.
okay, so that means I have
15?
okay. So 13 damage total on the combat for so far.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, good. Next.
Okay, that's that. And Malik, it is your turn with Isol on deck.
Going to move right here, which should be just out of the range of his acid spray, I believe, right?
Yes.
At 35 feet.
Okay. And I will shoot him.
Nice.
Indeed. That
Yep.
is a hit indeed.
That does hit.
So, 9 plus 6. And I am going to, since he's already hurt, plus, holy shit.
Dang. Some good rolls.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah. So,
Was that 22 altogether?
yeah, you
15, 22, yes.
Sweet. And then I will extra attack him again.
well, it's already dead.
There's a 23. Oh, okay.
I was gonna say you catch it like right in like one of its eyes, and it just kind of like drives home, and then it falls over dead.
Well, shit, can I extra attack this guy then?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Do you want me to re-roll? Or do you want to
Um,
use that one? It's up to you. I don't care.
Is moving Hunter's Mark a bonus action or is that a free action when something dies?
I had that here somewhere.
I don't know. It's a bonus action to cast it. I know that.
You can use
I know
a
you get
bonus
to-
action on a subsequent turn from having cast it to mark a new creature. It's
Yeah.
a bonus action to move.
So this is a subsequent turn.
Yeah.
So
I just don't want you to lose out on damage, man.
Right?
Sweet, sweet damage.
2 down, 1 to go.
So you want me to use this roll or re-roll?
Yeah, I'll take that roll. So that's a hit.
All right. 7 plus 3.
Okay.
Oh wait,
No, not that one.
no, not that one because I can only do the Colossus Slayer once around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 10 to that guy.
Yep, got it. Okay, so that's your turn then? No more movement or anything?
Nope.
Okay, and then that will take us to Isolde with Grace on deck.
Looking nervously up at the white dragon that I've made, and then down at the monster who no longer cares about it. Just gonna hold up my book with both hands and just let it fire off 2 Eldritch Blasts at that bad boy.
Okay. Yeah.
Go to spells.
That looks like it's. Oops. In range.
120 feet.
1 hit, 1 miss, I think.
Yeah, so it looks like.
Yep, 1 hit, 1 miss.
5 damage.
Okay.
See, I'm trying to live vicariously through the damage dealers because I can't do damage. I want you guys to get that max damage so I can just go like, ah, yeah, it feels nice.
Okay. That's it for you?
Yep, that's it. I have nothing else.
Okay. Grace.
Okay, I don't have any great offensive spells left in range, and I'm a little concerned about all these acid blasts that have been directed at Roderick, so I'm gonna run up a little closer and cast Healing Word on Roderick.
Okay.
And that would be here. How bad shape are you in?
15 hit points, so not too bad.
Alright, I'll just cast at level 1 then. There you go, 8 healing.
That will be 23.
And let's see. I'm too far away for the other one to hear me. Oh well. So I will move over here to finish my move. And I think that's about 60 feet. I'll measure it out if you want me to.
Seems okay.
Okay, and what shall I yell? Your allies are dead, and soon you will be too.
Okay.
Full of lead.
So that's a fail, so that will take that 3. Okay.
Can Roderick see the creature from here?
Yes?
Okay, so might actually go up here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So go here and then take a shot at the creature.
Okay.
Also, in that count is 35 feet.
That is a hit. Okay.
Oh. I don't think any extra attack. Oh well.
No.
Yep.
No. Or, well, no sneak attack damage and no assassinate.
brain is melting a little bit, so. Also, the only good news for a big worm is a big hook. Another insult to your vicious mockery there. The vicious mockery list of mockeries of the vicious.
I think that's it for you then, right?
Yep.
Okay. It will then kind of leap forward and close the gap.
Oh shit.
I think I can do that.
Hello.
Yeah.
Mother.
And then it lashes out with its pincers for 21 to hit. So that hits. So
Well, rip, much.
that will be 12 slashing damage plus 2 acid damage.
Dang.
And you are grappled.
Oh, damn.
Oh shit.
If I hadn't healed him, he'd be down to 1 hit point.
Yeah, yeah. It was smart. I was like, oh, I'll just wait till he goes down. No, it's, yeah. Dang.
Yeah, 9 hit points left, people. 9 hit points left.
Okay,
And I'm stuck.
that takes us to Malik,
Save me.
To right here,
who I assume is going to kill it.
and
You better.
and
Let's
I am
hope so.
going to kill it.
I roll to kill.
Let's see. Can I roll the kill?
If it doesn't,
Oh, no!
I feel an arrow.
Hold on. Oh no, that does
You
hit.
used
That does
my
hit.
Okay.
inspiration yet?
Yeah, that does hit.
I did use the inspiration.
Okay, right.
Well, if Mallet doesn't kill it, an arrow to his knee shall kill Mallet's knee from me.
So 12 plus
17.
5 plus
Oh,
3.
it's dead.
Yay.
Stop, it's already dead.
All the press. The 3 burrowing circlings are dead.
So your arrow nails it like kind of right in its neck, right below its pincers that are holding Roderick, and the pincers let loose, drop Roderick, and it falls over dead.
I'll bring down my glowing book, having turned away. Did I kill it?
And this set of Ankh-eggs are dead.
Just said. Okay, all right, I hear you. The dragon roars again.
Congratulations.
Actually, can I send the dragon over to land on the roof over there? Just chill out. I don't want to let go of it yet.
Oh, probably not, and I'll probably not.
Right, I want to cast myself onto the ground again and listen for more rumblings.
So you are sending the dragon over onto the roof of this building? Is that?
Yeah, it can't like physically interact with the building, but it can make the noise as if it is there. But I'm not going to have it make any noise. I don't want to scare the people inside. I just want it to stay on the building.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm turning off the noise part of the major image. I'm just leaving the silent image part of it there.
Right, once the noise from the roaring of the dragon is over, I will listen again to the ground and see if I hear anything.
Okay.
Any more rumblings or chitterings or anything?
You think that there is maybe something like underground by that building that the dragon just landed on, and maybe up by the camp up here.
And I'm just gonna say welcome to Artemis_Gaming. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the Argonauts. Thank you for following. Channel.
Yeah, thanks for the follow.
Thanks. Welcome to the community. Okay.
I'd say As I walk up while old Grace is ear to the floor, I just want to look at Malik and be like, "Cool idea, right? I got it." When I was doing the whole me bit with the major image, I thought, I could go bigger. So, it's a pretty neat idea. Don't mean to toot my own horn, but I think it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was quite a good idea.
And
You really
I say
scared
to
the
the
shit out of
rest,
that one of them.
don't let your guard down yet. I believe there are more of them about. Over by the building and by the camp.
Let's see that, Esau, you got another chance to scare the shit out of another one.
I know this time to rise it higher off the ground so that acid can't hit it. Lessons learned. Okay, gotta pick up all the information where you can.
Also, just so you know, this, and I'm gonna flick him at his barky arm. Say, this lasts for a whole hour.
Oh, well, it's not doing much for my complexion, but thank you.
At least it will protect you a little bit more.
I am made out of paper mache, so that's nice to know. I'll still run away, just in case you're wondering. Shall we go to the building, or do we have a game plan to deal with the remaining whatever these are? And I'll just kind of point at one.
Well, I've used some of my major spells. I have Thunderwave left if I get in close range with some of these creatures. But it's mostly going to be down, for me, mostly down to weapons after that, and words.
Did it sound like there were a lot of them by the house? Because we could just set up a quick attack ring, or you all can set up a quick attack ring, and I can be back here and just shoot at it from afar.
You want to lure it out somehow?
I only have about
ourselves smell like bacon.
I only have about 7 minutes left on my big dragon thing, so sooner rather than later seems to be a good idea.
All right. Well then, since we think there may be people trapped in the building, let's go toward the building and see if we can help them get out.
And speaking of Thunderwave, you could the time you're gonna use it, you could have a Thundercast theme song or the notification the art has. Thunder, Thundercast!
Yes.
And I think with that, with you preparing to go over towards there, is where we will call it for this session.
Cliffhanger.
Excellent. Gotta remember, I have a
sleep,
big white
finally.
dragon out.
Not that I have enjoyed the session, I have. I had actually had like a 30 minutes power nap before the session, so.
Have an adult white dragon, 7 minutes. Okay, great. I'll remember.
Also, did you change your AC?
No, but I'll just write that down.
16.
Let's see, for about an hour. Great. Whew, excellent.
All right.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I wanted to use illusion magic for so long, but every time I've read a sub about it, they're like, "Don't use it. No one likes it. It's not good." No, man, I'm gonna make it good. I'm gonna drag it into being good.
Dragon it into being good.
I will second Arudinal's suggestion in chat, and I declare the name of the dragon now is Jack Frost.
You can't name it in 10 minutes. It's gonna go away. Do we have to name them every time I summon one?
Arudinal has declared it, so it shall be named Jack Frost.
All right.
Yeah. Well,
That's the thing. Arundel has to name it every single time you.
Okay. All right.
all right, Arunel, that's your task now. Whenever Isol makes an illusion of some kind, you get to name it.
The nicknamer.
Yeah. Well, I think that was a pretty good session. There was some good role playing and stuff in town at the beginning, and then we ended with a combat. That was good.
Yep.
So, yeah. If you're new around here, like Artemis Gaming, make sure to follow all of Arv stuff, who is graciously hosting our community D&D nights for this. So that's exclamation point Arv things.
Arv things.
And get all of those things. And also check out the Arv shop. And then there is exclamation point Icarus for Arv's graphic novels.
Which will have an announcement soon by Ron himself. And the retail date for now is set to November 10th, which will be 3 days after my B-Day.
Yeah. And there's also there's the exclamation point Original, thank you for exclamation point library for Arv's D&D 5e adventure with a ton of contributing authors.
Like Carlos Hernandez and Karen, I believe.
Did they contribute? Sure. I know like Ed Greenwood did, and
Ed Greenwood and
is Marie Bilodeau in that?
I think. It's been a while.
Yeah,
Carlos
I'd have to
yes,
look it up again. I can't really remember offhand.
Like the who's who of writers that play D&D on this channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
of course,
make sure.
Not...
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, and BLM and Vote Now.
And Greater KS, which is gonna be February the 2nd.
Ah, right. All right.
But yes.
And for the latecomers who haven't heard, there will be D&D with viewers on the 17th, Saturday week, I believe.
Yep.
So
calendar.
Speaking of, I almost forgot about a new. Was it Justice something? Arch. Hold on, people.
And so, just to explain, D&D with viewers is where people who are just in the channel watching, members of the community, can have a chance to actually play with Arv as DM. What you must have is a microphone and a good internet connection. There are some other details that it's nice to have a camera, but not mandatory, but follow the link and you'll see more if you want a chance to play.
Yeah.
Yes.
Microphone is an absolute requirement. Webcam is preferred but not required. You have to be a generally kind-hearted person, and you have to be able to contribute at least 3 hours of the time to the session. You can't just come in 50 minutes in and just leave.
That's right.
You have to be there for the full 3 hours.
All right. Well, Trish, how did you feel about tonight's session? And do you have anything to plug or anything that else you want to mention? What stuff coming up?
You can check my Twitter to see when the next SFF audio podcast will be coming out. My Twitter link also shows my blog. But really the most important thing is to vote if you haven't voted. Well, inform yourself and vote. I had a good time tonight. Well, it's always fun poking around town and seeing what happens. But I really didn't want to have us go 2 sessions without any combat, so I'm glad we pushed on for this first engagement.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we continue to have a lot of fun interacting with each other as a team, playing on each other's foibles. I think we're having a good time together, and hopefully the viewers are also enjoying that interplay.
Sounds good. Thanks. I guess then we'll move on up to Echo. Echo, how did you feel about tonight's session? Anything else that you want to mention?
Well, it was certainly a fun session. I had a lot of fun as usual.
Yeah, you got to deal some ridiculous damage as usual.
I love when I play a computer. Yes, I did. Although just once, but yeah, it was good. And the longbow is just magnifique. And yeah, people can just find me all over the Twitch webs and the Twitter webs at EchoAlpha_X5. You'll probably see me tomorrow evening at the GGCom at 1500 hours EDT for a special Baldur's Gate Insight session with Pyron Jade, who shall be creating her dwarven character Greater Gloomfire from the GOG D&D sessions, which also will be next weekend. Next week on the next Petapixels, perhaps. Unless R decides to confront a much terrible fight in Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Blood and Wine DLC. Beyond that, there is something I want everybody to give a little peek at, and that is a anthology that is Global Justice Anthology in this moment, which will have many contributing authors. Including, I believe, Maurice Brawless and John Helfers himself, who is assisting the team. This will also be by Atlas Arts, which is whom is a duo EDE Bell and the Mr. Bell. If you want to know more about it, here is a link. There you go.
Aha! Thank you.
Beyond that, I'm just gonna say stay safe, stay sane, vote, wash hands regularly, and take care of family. And 2020 has been a just full on BS year, yes, but try and keep a happy face for your children, for your families, and celebrate Christmas like any other normal Christmas. And yeah, just remember, we must hold together as one community. So with no further ado, I will pass it up to
Hoodie.
Well, if I can get through all the books that lay on the floor, god damn it.
That's Esau, that's not me.
I don't care. I blame you. I blame everybody else. But
Hi, I'm an audio exclusive type of book reader.
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, I'm a blind guy. I can't read. I legit can't read books.
Yeah.
I always have fun. I love Esau as a character. It's so much fun to play him because I get to instigate a bit. It's like my bread and butter as a human being.
Yeah, you guys stumbling into that building with the cellar was a little bit of a unexpected thing from my end.
Yeah, we both rolled 25s too,
yeah.
So it's like we're finding something there.
I'm glad we could surprise our DM for once instead of him surprising us.
Oh, you guys surprise me all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we surprise him all the time.
When Rockhead was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go explore that building," I was like, "What building are you talking about?" I had to search the map, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's weird. Never would have gone there. Never would have done that." So that was neat. Yeah, that was great session. I once again, I'm gonna drag illusion magic, kicking and screaming, into being good. I don't know how.
Yep.
I'm gonna do it.
I'll be interested to see what you do with it.
Yeah.
And I think Hoodie is actually enjoying being a player more than he's DMing on his own channel.
I think it's
DMing
because,
is work.
Yeah, I get to kind of unplug and I don't have to keep track. I came in here with nothing. I can just sit down and play the game. When I DM, I have 4 notebooks I have to have. I have one specifically to just keep notes during the game. One is an encyclopedic knowledge of the entire world, and then maps. So this is way easier. I don't have to deal with anything. But being a player is fun. Being a DM is a whole new experience, but I'm enjoying it too.
Yeah, I have about
next time.
I was just gonna say I have like 8 or 9 tabs of like reference materials open.
Yeah, when I sit down to DM, I open all the character tabs, so I have all their characters in front of me because some of them still don't know exactly what they're looking for, and I want to double check. And then I have like a list of the spells that people have. That's its own tab, and then I have all the enemies I'm going to use that game all on their own tab. And and then it's like, okay, I need to just look up one thing, and I'm like, I don't know where to go. I don't know what I click on anymore. So much information. Yeah, the next time I stream will probably be another D&D game on Sunday, and then hopefully I'll go back to regular scheduled programming after a 2-week kind of mini hiatus there.
Yep, it would be nice to see you back streaming again.
It would be nice to be back streaming again, but like I sat down the other night, I had everything turned on, and I'm just like, I got nothing. I don't even know how to be entertaining right now. I've just got nothing. So I just sat there and was like, yeah, I'm gonna cancel stream. I don't even know what to talk about.
Yeah.
Well,
We're gonna hope that I kind of build up a bit more of that.
Mm-hmm.
well, for the
So-
day that you're gonna be actually revising your own channel and from a no_TV to something else, you have all the people that are with us to help you out if you need help. So just poke us if you need help.
Yeah, I haven't even touched that. That was supposed to happen on October 1st, and I just, we'll get there. Things will happen. It's 2020. It's all Mulligan year. We'll be back next year with more stuff. And thanks for being here. I'll pass it up to Rock God. I had a great time.
Yeah. Rockwood, any opinions on tonight and anything else that you want to mention?
Oh, I had fun tonight. I enjoyed looking into that building because that's the kind of stuff that I noticed that building the first time you put that map up.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that as like an old rundown abandoned building because that's the shit that I look for on Google Maps.
Oh yeah.
When I go find a place to photograph. So when I saw an abandoned building, I was like, I got to go there at some point. And I just kept putting it on the back burner and putting it on the back burner. And I'll get to it. And then when Grace was like, "Oh, let's just hang around the town," and I was like, "Fuck it, I guess we'll just go to that abandoned building then."
Good time for it.
Yeah.
Had to make me crack open the starter set with Lost Mines of Phandelver that has all the other Phandalin stuff that's not in Dragon of Icespire Peak. I don't know why they just didn't reprint all that stuff, but
Right?
Like, yeah, they probably have it. Everyone bought the starter box.
But yeah, tonight was good. It was fun. I always like I said before, I like half RP and half fighting. And we did about, I'd say 3/4 RP and 1/4 fighting, which is close enough.
two,
At least I know
two-thirds,
Malik has a
1/3.
question for you,
maybe.
Mallet. I mean,
I
Rock God.
don't have the stream up. What is?
He says, they say, sorry, have you been to Maine lately? Just wondering, someone was photographing one of our old sheds in the woods.
No, I haven't. But that does sound cool. I'd love to get out to Maine. I actually have family in Maine. I used to go up there every year. We would stay in a camp. It wasn't too far from a waterfall, and now I think back on that, and I'm like, fuck, I want to go photograph that.
Every time I hear the word Maine, I think immediately of Crabapple Cove, aka Benjamin Franklin Pierce's hometown. Because MASH, man, 1970s.
Maine's okay. It's too wildernessy for me. I'm like barely keeping it together here in New Hampshire.
Well, Hoodie, then you better not come to my place, because I live in a crater of forest.
Oh man, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I need to be around fast food places or any food places. I need to be around
Right.
food places. I don't like making food. When I moved from Boston to here, it was the most disappointing. I was like, oh, my food is leaving me. No, my Brazilian barbecue.
Well, if Jason doesn't rob her to say that, he'll probably just kick you back to Boston, because he loves Boston.
It's great. It's a great city.
Yep.
I love it.
All right, well, thanks everyone who was around for the stream tonight. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Am I forgetting to mention anything else? I think we're pretty much done.
Yeah, the only thing I want to mention that stick around because we're probably gonna be
Yes.
raiding somebody.
Stick around because we will be doing a raid. Make sure to you can do the our raid command or the sub raid command, and also mention that you are coming from the Shadow Crew has sent you.
Yes, just put in the Shadow Crew have landed or something. I always do that when they.
The Arvanauts.
The Arvanauts
have landed.
with the Shadow Crew, something like that. Yeah.
Nah, screw the Arvanauts. It's Shadow Crew.
Nah, it needs to be the Arvanauts because we're coming from Arb's channel.
It's Halloween month, so let's just go boogie boogie spooky spooky spooky.
All right. Well, I think then we will sign off and stick around for that raid.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, I need
Keep
the
waving.
outro.
I don't.
There we go.